Hey team, thanks for jumping on our weekly Monday night huddle. I'm Amber Ike, and tonight we're going to be talking about something super fun and exciting. We all know, and we hear this all the time, that this business is all about relationships, right? Pretty much everything in network marketing is based around relationships. Relationships with, your upline, your team, your sideline, and then obviously, your friends and family that you would hope are going to join you and try your products at some point down the road. So that is a lot of relationships. And one thing about relationships is that they take time, right? All relationships take time, and majority of us don't have a lot of extra free time. We all have really busy schedules and lives. But, to be successful in this, I am a firm believer that we have to make time for those relationships, and foster those relationships. It can be so easy in this day and age, and especially with a Plexus business, where you can build a successful business through social media and online. It can be so easy to just stay behind our computers, and that's the only way we actually interact with people. But that's not the whole picture of what we have to offer, and that's not a very fulfilling life. You might be successful, but it's not fulfilling, as fulfilling as it could be if we're actually meeting with people, whether that's people on your team or your friends, that hopefully are going to join your team down the road. So, I want to challenge all of us, myself included. This is something that I am really working on, because I'm a homebody, to be honest. I love going places, but I am a homebody. And so if I had the choice, majority of the time, I like to go to the park with my kids and stuff, but majority of the time, I would prefer to be home rather than going out doing things. So I'm challenging myself, along with all of you guys, to get out more, meet with friends more, meet for coffee with a friend, go out on a girls' night, try to get out more. And I know we all have busy schedules, but that is where those relationships really can grow and develop and be strengthened. And ultimately, that is not only good for your business, but it's good for your life, right? So that is something I'm challenging myself as well as our entire team to do. And that is making time for people in your life. So tonight we're going to talk about something I'm super excited about, and it's having a Blitz Day. Some of you guys may have seen some of us posting about Blitz Day on Saturday. Yeah, it was this past Saturday. And there were a few of us. We just had our little Blitz days. It was kind of just to see how it was going to run. It was like a little pilot program to see how it's going to work out. And it was really successful. And there's actually a video that we got the idea from, and it's on Sarah Taylor's YouTube channel. Sarah Taylor, look up Sarah Taylor Plexus, and it's on her YouTube channel by Molly Orr. And she goes over this idea of a Blitz Day. And basically what it was is it's intentional time where you're getting together with other Plexus ambassadors, and you're setting aside a few hours to really schedule things on your calendar to get, coffee dates, play dates, girls' nights, whatever those things look like for you in your life right now. Even if it's scheduling phone calls, times to reach out to friends and reconnect over the phone. But it's really, Blitz Day is intentional time working your business, filling your calendar, and really just growing your calendar. And this goes along really well for those of you who were on our huddle when we had Kirsten talking about, texting and filling your calendar that way. That's actually the way our Blitz Day down here in Texas was. All of us were just texting people, Facebook messaging people. None of us were actually calling. It was just filling our calendar via text messaging our friends. And so it goes really well with what Kirsten was talking about. And she basically said, a full calendar leads to a successful business. And, that is becoming so clear to me. Like, the more I am intentional about reaching out to people, following up with people, meeting up with people, the more successful I notice that I am with my business. Okay, so I talked about what a Blitz Day is. The goal is to get as many things on the calendar as possible and foster those relationships. You're not necessarily, everyone has their own approach, and you have to run with it the way your personality is and what fits for you. And it might depend on who you're reaching out to, how you reach out to that person. For example, me, the majority of the people I reached out to, I didn't say, hey, I want to meet up so we can talk about plexus. That's not what I said. I was like, to some of my friends I haven't talked to in a while, I was like, hey, it's been so long, we need to catch up. Hey, are you free to do a play date next week? If they have kiddos, my kids' ages. For another friend, I was like, oh my goodness, we have got to catch up. And so we planned a girls' night. Another friend, she and her husband and me and my husband get along really well. And so we planned a couple's date night. So I wasn't saying, hey, I really want to talk to you about plexus. And if that's my only intention, then, they'll smell it a mile away. But my intent is clearly to foster those friendships. And then inevitably, organically, plexus is going to come up. If you are posting about plexus on Facebook, if you are becoming a product of the product, if you are passionate about what we have, it's going to come up, right? And it's not like when it starts coming up, you're going to go into, okay, now I need to become salesperson and give my spiel, but you just share your enthusiasm, you share your excitement. And that's the thing, even if they never sign up or they never order products, you've still enjoyed a time with your friend, this person that you knew before plexus, right? So a few of us, like I said, we had a trial Blitz Day. There were a couple groups in Illinois that met on Saturday, and then we had a Texas group meeting, and we actually had a condensed version. We did from 9 to noon, and we just went to town reaching out to people and contacting them, and it was really fun. Like within the first 30 minutes of us sitting there doing it, Christy was like, oh, I have a meeting set up. And then, 15 minutes later, one of us had another one. It was really fun to see how effective it is when you just sit down and intentionally work your business and try to fill up your calendar with time to meet up. I'm hearing a little, oh, there we go. Okay. And then not only that, but it was a great way to get ideas and wording tips from other ambassadors, just sitting there around other ambassadors gave us ideas on, oh, I like the way you worded that, or, okay, how are you going to reach out to this person that you've already followed up with 10 times and they haven't messaged you back? So it was just a good way to feed off of each other and expand our own, verbiage for how we are reaching out to people. So like I said, I booked a couple coffee dates. I have a couple's date night on the calendar for Friday night, several play dates. So this is the thing, the stage of life I'm in, I don't have a ton of just personal time, I just don't have a lot of that. But a lot of my friends have kids, and so it's a natural thing for us to get our kids together. If I'm going to take my kids to the park, I might as well see if a friend can meet up. So this is just, I'm not going out of my way and clearing my kids' schedules and saying, okay, no more naps because mommy has to meet up with people. I am doing things, I'm just being intentional with my time. We go to the park all the time, so I might as well see if a friend is free to, come and meet us when we're going to be going there anyway. So you don't have to be like, well, now I need to quit my job because I need to meet up with people. If you have a 30-minute lunch break and you're able to, get on the phone and contact a friend from college that you haven't talked to, that's what that looks like for you at that stage of your life and your plexus journey. It's going to evolve over time, but just being intentional with what you do have is huge. So we're so excited because we are planning, there's several of us, and this is kind of what we want to do. We want to make it like a nationwide thing where we're all doing this on the same day from the same times. And the next day that we're toying around with is April 2nd. and that is a Saturday, and it's actually a few Saturdays away. It is coming up. So check your calendars. We want this to be a nationwide thing. So like I said, you know, I know we're going to have a Texas one. I know there's going to be several different locations in Illinois because we have a huge Illinois team. But the idea is we would love to have somebody host it. So, you know, whether that is in your home or whether that is at a local Starbucks, we really just want people who want to kind of just say that they want to host it. And that doesn't mean you're going to be coming up with all the content. We have all the content, and we have the videos that you're going to post, because in the longer version that we're going to do April 2nd, we have videos to like kind of just show you what you're going to do step by step and all that good stuff. So it's all going to be created for you. You pretty much just have to decide that you want to host a location and get people together. So we'll have the schedule all mapped out. You won't have to worry about that. You have special time set aside to reach out to people who you know could benefit from the products. There's going to be time set aside for people that you know could or need the opportunity, basically. There's special time set aside for reaching out to people on your dream team. So you really come to this prepared with your list of people. You know, pretty much what I did is, I mean, I had a list of people that I knew I wanted to contact, but I went through my phone and texted all the people that I wanted to reach out to and meet up with. And I got through the letter K in my phone. So, I mean, I only made it halfway through the alphabet, basically. So now I know who I'm reaching out to the next Blitz Day. You know, all L through Z's is who I'm going to reach out to for April. So you're going to bring your list of names with you, your laptop if you need it, your phone. We all brought our laptops. I don't think we even really used it. I just used my phone, basically. And that's pretty much it. You know, you come ready to reach out to people, and you can text them, you can call them, you can Facebook message them, you can email them. I think the majority of us were Facebook messaging and texting. Like I said, none of us actually phone call, but you can definitely do that if that's the way you want to do yours. But so many of us already have things on our calendar. And not only that, you know, obviously I reached out to a lot of people and we haven't gotten anything booked or solidified yet, but we're still having conversation, you know. All of my friends have crazy busy lives too. So some of them I've reached out to, we might not find a time to connect until April or May. That's okay. You know, it's okay if it gets pushed a couple months down the road, but just staying in contact with people and fostering those friendships, because in this day and age, it's so easy to lose contact with our friends and our family just because how busy we are. So it's just exciting when you work with intent and focus, the amount of stuff that you can accomplish in just a couple hours time. And so, like I said, the goal of that is to fill your calendar for that month. And then ideally, you know, the next month you're doing the same thing. And you might not be meeting with a group every month, but if you do this on an ongoing monthly basis for your own personal business, you will have a full calendar, and a full calendar is going to increase your paycheck. It just is. This is something that Kirsten does. She actually does hers weekly. She fills her calendar for the following week. Every Sunday night, she fills it for the following week. So, and it's been hugely successful for people that do that. So I'm going to open it up. Unmute yourselves if you guys were at a Blitz Day this past Saturday and want to share your takeaways.
I was at the one here in Texas with Amber, and it was hugely successful for me. I came with a list of people that I wanted to contact, and it wasn't all people that were brand new. A lot of them were people that I had contacted before and just needed to reconnect with them and set up either a face-to-face meeting or a phone call to try and solidify everything we'd already been communicating about. And I ended up setting up 3 meetings with potentials and another 3 meetings with current ambassadors that have shown interest in working the business, but just haven't done anything yet. So it was extremely productive. And to be not only in a room with other like-minded people who were on the same mission as me, and sharing ideas with them, but being away from my house and being away from my kids and my mountain of laundry and my dirty dishes, and being away from all of that was huge, because as a wife and a mom, that stuff is always in the back of my mind while I'm sitting at my computer. Oh gosh, I've got to go get that load of laundry in, or oh my gosh, Ben has homework to do and I need to make sure he's doing that, or I've got all of that stuff running through my head of stuff that other stuff that I could be doing, that is probably, just as important as Plexus, but will still be there when I get home from this Blitz time. So, it was huge to get away from that and in the same room with the other like-minded people, so that we could just focus on Plexus. And like I said, hugely productive, because I've got 6 meetings on my calendar for this week. I had one of them today and actually ended up with a last minute unplanned one with somebody else. So, very good. And I've got tons of conversations still going. Just, it blew me away. It's the first time I've ever really, really done it, and, put that much effort into it. And I'm in this for the long haul. As many as these we can is how many I'll help put on, because they were so helpful.
Yeah, no, I love it. And that's such a good point. Like, I mean, I work from home, and so it's so easy. As much as I try to be organized and efficient, it's so easy to get distracted by, the dishwasher or a kiddo or whatever. And it takes 10 times longer to get something done that if you were just able to focus and not be distracted, you could get done so quickly, so I totally can relate to that. And I think just it's about being intentional and stepping outside your comfort zone too. I'm the kind of person, I don't mind talking on the phone really, but I'm not a big phone person. And I think just the stage of life my kids are in, it just never seems to be a good time to talk on the phone. And we have tile all over, and so my house is really loud. So, but just for example, like I had a friend reach out to me and text me, and she was like, I want to talk to you, blah, 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 about Plexus. And so it would have been easy for me just to text back and forth with her and send her information that way. And that's typically what I used to do. And so I was bold, and I was like, hey, do you want to talk on the phone? And I can answer all your questions. So I talked to her, just shared with her, about the triplex, blah, blah, blah. And within 10 minutes, she's like, okay, sign me up. Like, she heard the enthusiasm in my voice. She loved that I took the time out of our crazy day to talk with her. It meant a lot to her just to take 10 minutes and share with her what this could do. So, just little things like that, you guys, just even picking up the phone. And some of you are already really good at that. But that's something I'm trying to challenge myself to do more of. So who else was at a Blitz day?
I was at the Blitz day with you, Amber, in Texas, and it was so much. We had a blast, and I loved bouncing ideas off of each other, and I got a couple of meetings out of it, so that's huge. And also what I loved is that we were able to brainstorm and go ahead and put team events on the calendar, because if you don't, I'm a busy mom, and if I'm not intentional about getting those dates on the calendar ahead of time, I'm going to fill it with other things that aren't going to benefit my business. And so that was huge for me. And just building that team and camaraderie is huge. I love Plexus for that. So.
Mm-hmm. Well, and that's what's so fun too. It's not just about the relationships, outside of Plexus, but obviously the ones that we've been blessed with in Plexus, so that's really fun, just getting a day to hang out with your Plexus friends too. And Mary's husband and her son went and got us lunch. Like, we were getting spoiled. We were all like, can we stay a little bit longer? I don't want to go home and do laundry. Who else? Does anyone else want to share theirs? No? I know we had some Illinois girls.
Hello.
Hey, Carmen.
Hey. I was with you, of course.
Team Texas in the house.
What my ticket was still in your calendar. I didn't get any appointments that day, but I have gotten some callbacks since then, and I have a few things this week because I was really struggling with trying to figure out how to do calendar stuff when I have kids all the time. So people were more willing to come here than I thought, as long as I'm the one cooking and I do lunch. Whatever works. I'm from the South, so we use food. So far, so good. I have an appointment this Wednesday with someone that she hadn't even met me. She's like, well, can I just come by and get a brochure or something? And I met her husband, but I hadn't met her before. But which, I would have never thought to do that.
Yeah.
Had it not been for Kirsten talking about filling your calendar, I would have kind of just thought that was off limits just because, I also used to doing everything one way. So, yeah, the ideas that other people have really helped me. I wouldn't have thought of that otherwise.
Yeah.
But that's my thought.
I love that, Carmen. And that just goes to show, like, all of us are in different stages of our lives, but we're all able to make it work. You just have to figure out the nooks and crannies of your life and what you can fit into it with Plexus. So, love it. Any Illinois girls want to share? No. I see you, Jill. Not to call anyone out.
No, I need you to see me because Amanda's going, you talk. And I'm just going, no, you talk. So, it was just the four of us at Tristan's. It was Amanda and me and Beth and Tristan. And it was a good time for us to just kind of get together. The four of us don't get to see each other too often. And I don't know that we did we didn't really do any scheduling. At least I didn't do any scheduling, but we kind of bounced ideas off of each other as to how do you address folks when you're trying to talk Plexus with them and they say, well, I'm healthy. I don't take any medicines. I'm just fat. That's what somebody said to me, and so, or, well, I just need to watch what I'm eating, or, just basic excuses. But when people focus on, all those people that take medications are the ones that need Plexus, not the ones that maybe aren't taking any medications, but they're also not going to their doctor. So they're not hearing that they're unhealthy or that their doctor is telling them that they should watch their sugars or maybe should exercise 3 times a week. So we just kind of did a little brainstorming with that. And then we talked a little bit more about what we'd like to plan for the April 2nd one.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then Tristan got some ruby red slippers, which I'm surprised she hasn't posted on Facebook.
Yeah, I haven't seen those yet. Yeah. Well, and just to share on what you just said, Jill, like I'm rarely ever on medications, like even pre-Plexus. I'm one of those people, I don't like going to the doctor. And so I never really took medicine. So I thought that was one of my reasons. I was like, I'm healthy. I don't take medicine. But I was a sugar addict and I was exhausted and, I had like so many candida issues and all that stuff. So yeah. I think people just don't know that they can feel healthy. Like they think they're healthy and then they don't realize what health actually could feel like, So Cool. Yes, I agree. We should come up with some good wording. And actually, I think there was some on my website that we can share. So we'll have to pull that up for our next one. But that being said, who would be interested in doing and like being a part of a Blitz Day? Who would be like, you can talk or you can raise your hand. Who would want to do a Blitz Day? Okay, awesome. Awesome. Well, everyone check your calendars. April 2nd is the next one that several of us have already planned on doing, mainly because it's the beginning of the month, and that's a great time just to have some focus and do your best to fill up your calendar. And then I think honestly, like doing these quarterly is what we had kind of talked about doing. But for those of us with bigger local teams, this is something you can do on a regular basis, and even if not everyone can make it, those that can make it can do so. And then this is something, yes, it's way more fun to do as a group, but even if you can't make it, that doesn't mean you can't fill your calendar. You can go to Starbucks for 2 hours or tell your husband to take the kids somewhere, you can take a couple hours and fill that calendar. And so really, I think just the focus is to be intentional with your time and to be intentional with your relationships. And I think that's really the basics of the Blitz Day. So I'm excited because I know for those of us that did the Blitz Day and have stuff on our calendar, and for those of us that haven't done the Blitz Day and have already gotten stuff on our calendar, you're going to start seeing the fruit of that. So did anyone have anything they wanted to share on top of that?
I just think that the key to being effective at Blitz Day is preparation. So I would just strongly recommend that you come prepared to work with your list in hand, like know who you're gonna contact. I think that would be a big key.
Yes. Yep, I agree. And it looks like some of you are interested, but April's out for you. So that's the thing, and a lot of you are Illinois ladies. That's the thing, if for some reason April 2nd doesn't work for you, we could always look at doing this in May also and having, a group meeting in May as well. Hang on. Cindy said, what about doing it with another team? I have some girls up here by me that would be interested, but they're not on our team. If I could get the info, I would host one with them. Cindy, I think that is awesome. That's totally the way Plexus rolls. If you're open to it, I think run with it. That would be so fun. And you never know, because since they're on a different team, they might have totally different ideas to share with us, and same with us. We have things we can share with them. And that's the cool thing about the girls who were at the Texas one, like majority of them, like everyone was pretty much sidelines, so we all have things we can bring to the table. Lily said, my team is not near me either. I usually tag on with others. That's awesome, you guys. I mean, until you really start growing a local team, that's what I did down here. So majority of my team when I started was in Illinois, where I'm from. And I loved it, but I was kind of like, oh, I don't have a Texas team and I live here. And then, so I tagged on with other teams. I was always a part of Jamie May's stuff or, anyone down here that I could team up with, I did until our local team really started exploding down here. So if you build it, they will come. That's something you guys will hear me say all the time. If you build it, they will come. So just start with what you have. And then you never know, like a couple months down the road, you're going to have this host of local people that you're going to be able to do this with. So did anyone else have anything they want to share? Hang on, I'm going to grab my phone that's charging so we can take our picture. Or does anyone else have anything unrelated to this they want to talk about? No? Hang on.
Did we pick a date at our Blitz for the next big team Facebook event?
Yes. Didn't we say, what did we say, girls? The 14th of April? Yes. Thursday, April 14th is going to be our next big online Facebook event. So, okay, let me see here. All right, if you guys want to be in the picture, go ahead and turn your cameras on. Ready, set. Oh, it's so dark in here. Hang on. My ghetto fabulous phone. Ready, set, cheese. Oh, wait, my flash was on. What is going on with my life? Okay, try it again. Ready, cheese. Okay, perfect. All right. Well, ladies, thank you so much. And Alan, sorry, there was a guy on here too. Thanks for joining. And if you guys have any questions about this, feel free to reach out. I will post the video. I'll post this recording, and then I'll post Sarah Taylor's video that we kind of got the idea from in the comments, so everyone can watch it and get a better feel for what Blitz Day is if you still have some questions. All right, everyone, have a blessed night.
Bye, Amber.
Bye, guys.